What's driving the next wave of ETF growth and investor demand? I'm joined by David Botset of Schwab to learn more. David, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks so much for having me.
So David, ETFs continue to see just blockbuster growth, and Schwab's latest ETFs and Beyond study found that most investors who are already in ETFs to some degree are actually moving into ETF-only portfolios. So what's behind this continued momentum for ETFs?
Yes, so I think you're right. What we've seen is over half have indicated within 1 to 5 years, they may be in an all ETF portfolio. I think what we're finding is there's more options available to those ETF investors where they may have wanted to use certain asset categories, certain types of strategies in the past that an ETF didn't yet offer. And as we've seen the continuation of growth and innovation in ETFs, that's allowing more of those assets to come into the ETF space.
And a big theme in the world of ETFs has been product innovation.
Yes.
So we've seen an influx of new ETFs coming into the market, some getting into quite niche areas too, which has been interesting. So what did your survey find about investor appetite around more exotic type of ETFs?
I know it's interesting because many people think about the exotic, the thematic niche ETFs. But when we ask clients and ETF investors about how they're allocating their portfolios, over half of them said they're actually building core portfolios or core with a tactical sleeve within the portfolio rather than using a preponderance of the thematic or niche ETFs.
And another big story in ETFs has been the rise of actively managed ETFs. So what does the study reveal there about how advisors and investors decide between actively and managed or passively managed?
So you're very right about the growth in active. I would just highlight two things outside of the survey. One is the largest number of ETFs launched this year have been active ETFs. And when we look at overall ETF industry, while only 10% of assets in ETFs are in active, they've captured a third of the ETF flows this year. So active is really starting to win. One of the questions we asked looked at different asset categories. And that's where we really saw a distinction. We saw from ETF investors that they tended to look at active strategies in less efficient areas of the market. Areas like emerging markets, where an active manager may have a better opportunity to outperform, they indicated they'd be more likely to use an active over an index product.
Oh, makes sense. Well, David, thank you so much for your insights. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
For wealthmanagement.com, I'm Shannon Rosic.